Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, benevolent beings of the infinite way of true life. Arise, dear angelic ones, in the light of the Great Spirit. Fear not, for the courage of 1,000 suns blazes within the heart of the keepers of the way. Blessed are they with the heart of gold, the believers of the brighter day, when all shall be healed and redeemed in the light of the Holy Spirit. We shall overcome in the peace and glory of our divine source light. Today is the day of the glorious red owl moon of the red dragon queen of Lemuria. Tomorrow, October 20th, the powerful full moon in Aries aligns with Andromeda, the divine masculine counterpart of our Milky Way galaxy. The Andromedans are with us, assisting us in the transformation of 3D Earth to 5D Terra Nova, Gaia, Starship Earth of the Galactic Federation. From this day forward, we free ourselves from all programs of fate, and we now truly create our own destiny, one of freedom, peace, prosperity, joy, and happiness for all. This is the way, the Tao. We follow the flow of nature and create in harmony with the Great Mother and the balance of the 5 elements. We create the paradise on earth together. With the power of my mighty I Am presence, I manifest all that brings into magnetic attraction everything that serves myself, my family, and all of humanity. The one law is the heartbeat of the one and the many, the pulse of the universe. It is the rise and fall of the breath of civilizations and the turning of the seasons. Everything in nature follows the one law. It is a sine wave. The signs create all experience within our perceived reality, the dream within a dream. We are the dreamers and the dreamed. In truth, there is no separation or chaos. All is in perfect harmony, but sometimes the little mind gets in the way and creates the barriers and blocks to our eternal freedom and peace. It is in the letting go, the releasing and forgiveness that we move through all blocks and barriers that were projected from the false self. We fell from grace to experience everything that could potentially be witnessed and perceived with our minds, and through this we learned everything we needed to navigate these unprecedented waters. We see this mission through to the end, until we break through and out of the false 3D matrix into the new time of positive manifestations. Day by day, in every way, I am getting better and better. With our feet firmly planted on the ground, anchored in, and our eyes and spirit soaring high, we bridge heaven and earth, through our crown chakras, and through our central channel, down and out through our souls and deep into the crystalline core of Pachamama. There is a two-way flow through the toroidal field of our Merkaba avatar, etheric space vessels. One is the downward flow counterclockwise of the divine feminine waters of gravity, and the other is the upward clockwise flow of the kundalini, of the levity of the divine masculine fires of ascension. And here I stand in the middle, to witness and observe all phenomena, to expand consciousness out into the ends of the infinite multiverse and back to the still center. In this, our soul star spark is activated and returns to our source energy field of eternal life, creating the final connection and communication of this final quantum leap of consciousness into the new human upon the new Eden. Aho, El Shaddai, Shekinah, Elohim, Sabaoth. We had many powerful waves and energies flowing into the field today, and with these many activations all over Pachamama, with 113 and 1.5 or greater earthquakes, the most powerful in the sacred portal of Carpathos, Greece, 5.9 in the South Aegean. Earlier today in Central America, Costa Rica, 4.4, Divine 44. This was right on the Middle America Trench on the Ring of Fire. Samara, Costa Rica. And then the most powerful 5-9, South Aegean Greece. This was at 5:32 UTC, the Eastern Mediterranean Sea. 34.588 latitude, 28.388 longitude, 888 Stargate of the Lyra Nation. And then another powerful 4.6 in Costa Rica. Puerto Rico, 3.6, Council of 9 coming in. U.S. Virgin Islands, New Atlantis Energy, 3.4. Alaska and the Crown of Lemuria, 3.9, 12 Divine Goddess. Wallace and Futuna, 4.1. Tonga, 5.0. Hokkaido, Japan, 5.1. 4.5. Puerto Rico, 3.1. We had a 4.3 in the Gulf of Alaska and the Crown. Chile, South America, 4.2. Panama, Central America, home of our Mayan elders, 4.5. Council of 9 energies. New Zealand, 4.7. Southern Yukon Territory, Canada, also in the Crown Chakra of Lemuria, with a 3.4. Hokkaido, Japan, another 4.5. Aleutian Islands, Rat Islands, also Crown, 4.9, 13. Divine Goddess, Chile, 4.2. And then in the Sacred Portal, Crete, Greece, 4.3. 7 kilometers depth, 7.7 portal, 7th dimensional energy flowing in. Now let us continue with the current Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 21 degrees, 21 minutes Aries, 33 Mastery, 3.3 portal. The sun is at 27 degrees Libra, Council of 9 energy, 9th dimension. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 28 degrees Libra. A man in deep gloom, unnoticed, angels come to his help. And the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 22 degrees Aries. The gate to the garden of all fulfilled desires. Both very beautiful symbolism from astrologyweekly.com. And now my sacred Condor pulls a card for you today from the tarot deck, Dreams of Gaia, from Raven Phelan. The card she pulled for you today, very beautiful card. 12 of Water, the Counselor. We have the humpback whales, the denizens of the sea, the great masters of the oceans, coming through with this card, and the mer people, the mermaids and the mermen. The keywords are empathetic, wise, objective advice, trustworthy, emotional understanding, clarity, sharing. The key phrases, a time of questions and mixed emotions. Look beyond the words to the emotions. Mixed or confused emotions. Listen, hear, seek objective counsel, an emotionally complex situation, a lack of empathy, 737 coming in, heaven on earth, an opportunity for understanding, be receptive, not rejecting, are feelings preventing a resolution, meaning the Counselor of Water represents one who stands high, an elder, advisor, or wise man or woman whom the king or queen calls upon to discuss their feelings regarding a situation or experience of concern. She or he is someone who is trusted. They are a caring, compassionate person who will listen attentively, only interrupting the flow to ask a question if there is need. Once the tale is told, the counselor offers her thoughts in an objective manner. Her role is not to give instruction, but to present alternatives, an insight that will help the seeker understand the thoughts and feelings that may be clouding their judgment. She is an empathetic person, skilled at stepping outside of herself to look through the eyes of others. She never judges and offers only compassion and the opportunity to understand the emotions at play. By asking the right questions, she helps people to come to their own conclusions about what feels right for them and how to proceed from that point. When the counselor appears in a reading, she symbolizes a need to be empathetic and objective while dealing with emotionally complex situations. If you can, look beyond the words being spoken to see the emotions behind them. If you cannot, the counselor asks that you seek out the wisdom of someone who can. There may also be a time approaching that will require you to keep your emotions in check, especially if they are confused. If you are feeling reactive or challenged, talking it through might help you to make sense of your feelings and provide you with answers. If you act without taking this step, Your mixed or confused emotions may muddy the waters further. And now today from Divine Sister of the Light, Ra James. We are still in a lot of galactic energies. Tonight is the finale of the Arcturus gateway we have been in. That means that our sun is still very much in alignment with Arcturus right now, and we are still receiving a ton of these light codes. You may be feeling expansion in the heart chakra. You're probably already feeling tomorrow's Aries full moon too. Aries rules the root chakra. This energy is meant to help you to clear any power struggles or anything blocking your power. This full moon may be bringing up any traumas that need healed. We just had Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, and Mercury all shift direct. That means the flow of the energy has shifted, and we are integrating a lot of energies and lessons learned. It's time to clear and release the heavy energies of retrograde season. These energies are meant to help you in shedding the past. We kick off Scorpio season this week too. Scorpio season is from October 23rd to November 21st. Scorpio season brings in Samhain. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto and takes us into the underworld. That's why things tend to get more spooky this time of year. You'll start to feel things more deeply now. The veil is pulled back and will continue to thin as we move closer towards Samhain. The Scorpio season is a time to go deep within your connections. You may be much more tuned in telepathically or just able to read the vibrations. You may be able to sense someone needs you easier. You may be guided to get rid of any superficial connections. Scorpio season is a great time to get passionate. It's a time of heightened magic. Expect some gorgeous shooting stars this week too. We have the peak of the Orionids meteor shower the night of October 20th through the morning of October 21st. We will feel the energies of this one a little bit extra since it's the debris from Halley's Comet raining down on us. There have been some spectacular fireballs already this week. From sparksofdivinelightshealing.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Raylene Brady. There are extraterrestrial and intraterrestrial minerals that were once in fluid communication between the surface world and the worlds below and above us. Crystals of galactic origins that once existed on the surface of our planet during the Lemurian and Atlantean epochs. These exocrystals were brought here and were originally intended to incrementally support us in holding true to our authentic connections to our origins in the stars, while here in skin suits on the surface of 3D Earth. However, these gems are now lying trapped deep within our inner Earth's chasms. This was brought about partly by catastrophic events and the subsequent commandeering of subtle anatomy, and catastrophobia has been in a collective holding pattern since the last great fall in consciousness. Deliberately severed from their original mission of crystalline transmission is now being returned to us. They, the stellar overlighting devas of the mineral kingdom, call to us, at first faintly, then increasingly as crystal clear frequencies and guidance. The message is thus: sing to us, and we will together arise again in unison. Know that this is the remedy for all that ails at this juncture. If we remember, put back the dismembered, fragmented facets of self, regain that which has been severed, and the dimensional splits and spellbinding ceases to be. Sing, sing, sing yourselves anew, and anchor your love for new, true earth and the great earth mother, deep within the golden plasmic fissures and veins of the beloved earth. The closest thing to love in a spiritual sense that you have here on earth is the love of a mother. We are delighted to say that the return of the crystal singers is again upon us, rising up as a melodious choir of gratitude, grace, and godhood. More the merrier. We are the council of counsel for Christic cellular absorption. The plant kingdom is also offering their loving support and holding true to the codex of the living libraries of galactic Gaia. In particular, the oak of the northern hemisphere gate and the mountain ash of the southern hemisphere gate both guard the earth core oracles within. In this way, photosynthesis is occurring en masse. As we are comprised of the same elemental makeup as her, it is a misnomer to think that we can ever truly be in disconnect. However, the exo-disruptive intrusion overwrites that have occurred in the riddled, tunneling systems of intradimensional Earth have until now proved meddlesome. Overrides abound and are currently erasing nefarious actions. Therefore, as we recall, reawaken, attune, and commune with all of the kingdom collectives of our beloved Earth, we again open to the originator mind gate within and without, personally and planetary. The filter located on the coccyx, called a reptilian tail, is not organic to humanity. It is designed to stop the sacral information of the first 8 soul cells being realized, Kundalini spiritual fire body activation, feed energy reversals to mind lock the body, and operate as a reptilian mind control projections, creating subtle to detect implanting blockages and debris. Many have been experiencing lower back and tailbone issues. Perhaps this may shed light both figuratively and practically. The introduction stage of spiritual initiation is represented in the constellation of Aries. This is the beginning of the alchemical purification of one's consciousness through the process of exposure to the fire elements and or applying intense heat, thus activating the patterned sequencing of time vectors and Christic fire letter codes, activating planetary and human DNA. The star-seeded crystals support us with remaining crystal clear while shifting and eliminating destructive time factor overwrites, operating in conjunction with fake memory inserts, along with old trauma triggering held in the cellular memory, pain, ego body. Attuned to this full moon in Aries to shine a torch on all things hidden in the dark, dank recesses of manipulated unconscious mind, as inverted moon, sun, and false light planetary programs. This is providing us with the necessary propulsion and ignition points around our Merkabic fields to light the flame of initiatory rites of passage, clearly rising in us all. Verily I say unto the truly wondrous world awaits. Sing yourselves awake in the key of the heart and the melody of the soul, and send it down with the intent of releasing all false trapping mechanisms. Anchor your soul song into diamond crystal core, with the intent of releasing any and all severing and siphoning. Alchemizing through this divine rite creates the corrections that respin your hara, root, and earth star chakras to their original frequency impulsing. Visualize these 3 chakras spinning as a threefold flame and Merkaba releasing any and all false tree of life seeding. Time is up on all artificial things. Now intend that you are reconnecting all that has been severed and siphoned via the 1D, 2D, and 3D realms. See this returning to all as a state of pure grace and godhood. Expect the following. 1. Starbursts repairing star sector fragmentation. 2. Kinetic fractal modulation. 3. Macromolecular repair. Macromolecule examples are proteins, DNA, RNA. Shedding light on false light shedding. Rise and shine, Homo Luminous. Rise and shine, Raylene. And today from Divine Brothor of the Light, Rick Jewers. Update. For approximately the next 33 hours, there is a density being applied to the surface. This density is necessary to negatively charge events, those not yet awakened, and to further set the atmosphere favorable for more revealing events to transpire. Awareness to this density influx diminishes its effects upon you. It is best to maintain a neutral to modestly higher frequency during this time and limit exposure to these lower density areas and others during this period of approximately 33 hours. Allow and let flow what flows. Relinquish any attempt to control a dense situation. Move slow and move less during the feeling of the density so as not to expend unnecessary energy. After this brief dense period, it will be time once again to tether the 5D grid closer. Love and light, Rick. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Karen Lithica. The power of humanity. You have gathered a wealth of knowledge collectively through your ancestors, your own lifetimes, stored within your DNA, within the crystalline construct of you, interconnected to every living being. That is the humanitarian construct, for this is the power of the silent word, what lies within and between this dimension, a storehouse of infinite potential of the human collective consciousness. Know your history, your lineage is expanding, unleashing the universal power of you. Never underestimate the collective power of your tribe, the collective power of humanity, expanding and flowing, empowering every living cell within you, every living being, flowering into a beautiful stream of light. Together we are one in unity, sending waves of cosmic love for your day. Love equals unity. The Arcturians and Karen from KarenLithica.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Carolyn, 144 God Code. Wake-up codes are lighting us up. Finally, we are leaving a long season of endings and closure. Determination to remove yourself from entrapments was successful. Healing the wounds that were mirrored back is ending. You did the work. Now those lessons and experiences are dissipating. Anything unjust, including those manipulators, liars, and cheaters, are being handled by our Father. Newfound energy, willpower, and confidence are helping us close the door to that reality and going after our heart's desires. Your counterpart is completing the clearing and upgrades in their consciousness and emotional body. Source codes have been downloaded into their mind, reversing all the programming that incepted separation. They are conscious of their own triggers and reactions, and may feel sudden regret and remorse. Through this exposure, justice and balance is neutralizing the former version of themselves. They are restoring back into your primordial destined union and spiritual connection that is the bridge between heaven and earth. They will feel, express, and share love easily once again. You and your beloved are both exiting relationships that were sent from the devil. The end of the narcissist and karmic debts are bringing you success. This is being replaced with your divine union given by God. You both are integrating these changes and aligning with a new cycle of union. Keep taking leaps of faith and trust in all the current changes happening for your renewal. In Jesus Christos' name, Amen. From Carolyn Kundalini, Twin Flames. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, Richard Stevens. The moon conjunct Chiron, both opposite to Mercury. There's a really notable transit happening right now. Very much a short-term one, only active for today, yet topical and telling. The moon is literally in the same place as Chiron, as I'm typing this out, and both are exactly opposite to Mercury, within a fraction of a degree. It's only short-term as the moon moves fast around the zodiac, and yet that moon is 98% full now, so we're more than feeling it. The Chiron-Mercury opposition has been very strong for a few days now, as Mercury has been barely moving as it slowed before turning direct just over 12 hours ago. This is an ongoing and developing story that's beginning to turn more positive now, and the moon's vicinity onto this brings it sharply into our senses, feelings, and perceptions. There has been focus on old wounds and scars, yet also on healing, recovery, and audacity. The moon brings great sensitivity to the situation, and some may struggle with that, especially people who are natural warriors. However, those times are more for natural warriors than worriers, especially as we build to tomorrow's full moon in Aries and the moon, along with Chiron, and are in that sign. It all helps us to make us feel stronger and more resilient. It is challenging on the day before an exceptionally powerful full moon, yet Aries is up for the challenge, a pioneering energy that has courage and resilience. This is really a time for looking forwards now more than backwards, and yet with 4 planets in their shadow periods, though all being so while in direct motion, it's also a time for just feeling cantered and finding that inner stillness that so often serves us very well. A great time for tuning into oneself and for practicing some self-love and belief. The stars are supporting that, and it's time for us to support ourselves. From rpastrology.com. And from Here in the Moon Astrology, Tuesday, October 19th, 2021. There are times in our lives when even our most precious beliefs and realizations fall apart and dissolve in front of our very eyes. What was so clear only days or weeks ago is transformed to dust. Mat Licata. As the plutonic Hades full moon rises and the outworkings of karma and hidden power plays are revealed, make your watchword, when they go low, I go high. This is adrenaline exhausting planetary energy on steroids. Stay centered, quiet, grounded, hydrated, and do an online detox for the good of your frazzled energy field. There's a certain grace to be found in opening your eyes, not the sweet, flowy, goddess in a long dress grace that is mindlessly recycled in Facebook memes and Instagram posts by the light seekers, but a grace that is fierce and wild, that disassembles and deconstructs. It's the grace of Kali, a raging grace, a creative and destructive reorganization of consciousness, but it is grace nonetheless. From here in the moonastrology.co.uk, and from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah Whitehorse, Lua Astrology. Mars in Libra trine Jupiter in Aquarius. The way ahead is wide open and energy is running high. Maybe you have itchy feet, long to travel, or are caught up in the excitement of technological advancement. Perhaps you're fired up about people's rights, eager to have a dialogue about how to create a better world. Stand up and be counted for what you believe in. Join the debate. Get excited about education, philosophy, religious inquiry. Motivation increases the more you broaden your horizons. Make your goals bigger. Doors open when you take the initiative. Act on faith and fire up your enthusiasm. Amplify your energy through laughter. A good-humored approach can give you all the fight you need. Be slow to judge, but quick to offer a helping hand and a word of encouragement. Cheer on those you support. Be confident of success. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And from 13 Moon Peace Time. Today's galactic signature is Keen 49, red planetary moon, Lahun Muluk. After mobilization of the solar tone of intention comes the perfection of the planetary tone of manifestation. Red planetary moon, Lahun Maluk, guides and teaches us to activate our fluidity by embodying the transformative powers of water in order to achieve and maintain perfect manifestation. Water has the amazing ability to be a solid and then transform into a liquid and then further transform into a gas. Perfection is something that we can and indeed should strive wholeheartedly and energetically give all that we have to produce perfection in our existence without becoming overly perfectionist, as that is actually counterproductive. The manifestation process requires both effort and surrender. Red planetary moon, Lahun Muluk, reminds us that it is equally essential that we accept and embrace the inherent perfection of all that is manifest, as it is while having unwavering trust and faith in divine orchestration. Also, planetary moon, Lahun Muluk, encourages us to focus on the blessings of purification as we surf the ever-transforming tides of perpetual change while being anchored by our awakened consciousness. The cauldron of creation is ever inviting us to embrace the knowledge and understanding that we are all in a process of becoming, yet at the same time we are already perfect. We would be wise to see ourselves and others through compassionate eyes, gaining insight and understanding from each other as we walk the sacred path of existence, journeying together as one with each other's highest and truest potential, learning as we endeavor together with gratitude and acceptance for everything that appears in our existence. Keen 49 through Keen 52, Harmonic 13, Cosmic Process, Codon 48, Reaching the Source, Rune 48, Architectonics releases order of whole, reaching the source informed by meditation of time. Divinatory affirmation, Architectonics releases order of whole as meditation of time. 3. Locate the origin of mind. 2. Finding the center, create the map. 1. Within one breath, the whole of cosmic time. Moon 4, Owl Moon. Owl totem animal is an old soul, a keeper of ancient wisdom, a gatekeeper to the Akashic realm. He can peer through to see the secrets and the agendas of others. He is a prophet and can see, hear, and feel events before they transpire. Al brings the totem gifts of ancient wisdom, intuition, keen observation. Al brings the spirit animal energies of silence, hidden knowledge. Al brings the animal magic of night vision, clairaudience, oracle. The spiritual essence of symbolic owl meaning and totem medicine connect us to the divine feminine, the energies of moon and the night. All of this speaks of rich intuition and magic. UniverseOfSymbolism.com. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. Buddha. This is the 4th moon of the planetary service wave spell, where we give form to our service. Number 4 is a powerful number in the grand plan of the unity of cosmos. We are the self-existing embodiment of ever-changing forms. Within the radial matrix of time, we exist simultaneously here and on the other side. The Earth is divided into 4 quarters that represent the 4 phases of the moon, the new moon, the first quarter, the full moon, and the last quarter. This has a profound effect on the mind of the intelligence of the Earth. Everyone is imprinted with the power of the number 4, the number of measure. This is the basis of indigenous spirituality. From this basis, all people evolve a particular psychomythology of creation. How did we get here? Who is our creator? Who placed us here? These are important questions to contemplate. Our original mind was cosmically attuned, and so could receive information directly from the elements. From this attune developed a self-reflective sense that human life repeats some type of cosmic pattern or ritual, like the phases of the moon, the 4 stages of life. In the pulsar geometry, the 4th tone, the 4th moon represents the first stage of the 4-8-12 third-dimensional mind form pulsar. The first stage, tone 4, establishes the self-existing power of form as a mental reality. World teachers like Buddha gave his first mind teachings based on the number 4, the 4 noble truths. The truth of suffering, dukkha, the cause of suffering, samudaya, the cessation of suffering, nirodha, the eightfold path to the cessation of suffering, magga. Buddha taught that the root of all suffering is human desire, or our mind grasping at things as truly existent. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. Buddha, from lawoftime.org and 13moonpeacetime.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, 1010 coming in, Keen 49, red planetary moon. The number 10 is called planetary, and its keywords are perfect, produce, and manifest. We have 10 fingers and 10 toes, and this perfect symmetry is what makes the number 10 a powerful measure. The perfect 10, 10 out of 10. 10, 10, 10. How would you rate today? Strive for 10 out of 10 and you may surprise yourself. It's up to you to score the top mark. What can you manifest? Today is red moon and the keywords associated with it are flow, universal water, and purify. These days are about going with the flow, and because the moon is so powerful with its influence, we must concede control and surrender. If you trust that the direction things are going in are for your own good, if you can just relax and relinquish the need to be in charge, you will really enjoy this day. The tide will turn and sweep you along. All you have to do is go with it. As it is a planetary day and that number represents perfection, this suggests that today is the perfect day to go with the flow. Try not to make concrete plans, but just see how the day unfolds. It's almost a full moon, too. As the day progresses, you'll feel its pull. Expect weird dreams. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, red planetary moon, 10 Moloch. Keen 49, 19th of October 2021, manifesting flow. 1910-2021 equal 1910-5 equal 10-10-5 equal 10-15 equal 16 equal 7. Day codes 19, Prince of Heaven, fulfillment, honor, happiness. 10, manifestation, power, authority. 1, new beginnings, original, leader. 7, mystic, magic, initiation, spiritual. Month year codes. 10, manifestation, authority, power. 1, new beginnings, leader, original. 15. Spiritual alchemy, charisma, magnetism. 6. Heaven, Christ, romance, harmony. Keen 49 equal 13 equal 4. 13. Goddess, cosmic consciousness, natural lore. 4. Form, structure, foundation. A very fluid manifestation day where we are finding our new, beautiful flow through our intuitive goddess powers. Day 10 in the Yellow Sun wave spell is where we manifest our sovereignty through following the flow of synchronicity. Tone of creation, planetary tone 10 in the physical realm. Action produces, power perfects, essence manifestation. The 10th stage of the Yellow Sun wave spell is the perfection of all we imagine as possible and more. It is the harvest stage where we happily reap our manifest splendor. The forms we have been imagining begin to manifest into our reality, and our lives begin to reflect the great dreams that we desire. Planetary energies enable us to build and manifest strong, healthy relationships with ourselves and others today. We have the power to manifest and produce incredible prosperity, happiness, and joy, both in our hearts and the planetary heart of Gaia, as we are all one heart. The challenge, the gift for today is the blue planetary storm, Kauak. Storm warning, the planetary storm is challenging humanity today to detox, purify, and lift our consciousness to a pure and godly level. We have ample storm power to transform our world into the perfected creation we are collectively manifesting. As this storm is the physical plane, we may actually witness actual storms cleansing Gaia's body today, or perhaps the storms will be more revelations bringing forth more truths in order to clear the path and drain the swamp, ready to refill again with the pure cleansing, life-enhancing rains. Kauak is challenging you today to become more pure through its actions of detoxing our bodies, minds, and lives of anything that is dense, draining, or discordant. Blue Storm is synergistically supporting the actions of the Red Moon Goddess through the power of her universal cleansing waters. So we have double the turbo cleaning power today. Wash, spin, rinse, and repeat. Blue Storm emphasizes the necessity to cleanse and purify our universal waters, those in our physical bodies and those of our planet. The purer the water that flows through us, the greater the light we can embody. Kauak gives you the power to regenerate and rebirth your new, eternal, divinely perfected Sophia, Christ itself. Hallelujah! The goddess has risen. Today's questions are, how can I purify my vessel to allow more feminine energy to flow through my pure heart, fueling my perfected manifestations? What needs to be purified and cleansed from our global body in order to restore our planet and manifest our new world filled with love, divine blessings for manifesting our perfect flow? In la ketch a la keen, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 49, Red Planetary Moon. The mantra, the code for today is, I perfect in order to purify. Producing flow, I seal the process of universal water with the planetary tone of manifestation. I am guided by the power of navigation. And on this powerful day of navigating, transforming, and transcending, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below the video and the transcriptions of today's transmissions. And we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. And I'd like to thank everyone for supporting us in our work and mission and supporting our channels to help us to continue bringing these works to the world. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Sister of the Light, Michelle Eggle, for your pledge and support on Patreon. And welcome to the tribe of the Eagle and Condor. And I'd like to also welcome and thank Divine Brothor of the Light, Andrew Schneider, for your pledge and support on Patreon. And welcome also to the tribe of the Eagle and Condor. If you'd like to help support our work and vote for us to continue bringing these transmissions to the world and our other works, you can make a monthly pledge at our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. And for our tribe on Patreon, if you haven't checked it out yet, please watch our first in our series of tea ceremony we call Gong Fu Tea, Cha Dao, the way of tea, or 5 elements tea. We should have our second video out in the next few days to a week. We're very busy, so we're doing our best to keep bringing amazing content, teachings, and arts to those devoted to our work and mission, and show our appreciation for going above and beyond the call of action. And if you're new to our Patreon tribe, our links and archives to our teachings and trainings and practices are archived at primedisclosure.com. Just click on the link in the menu at the top, Patreon Teachings and Transmissions, and you'll see all the links there to directly to our practices and arts. And if you'd like to support our work and mission with a one-time donation, you can do so to our PayPal account at the link at egolovecondor.com. And I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork on Etsy. You can purchase her beautiful handmade zodiac goddess totems, angels, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmission with powerful codes from 13 Moon Peace Time. Galactic Archetype 9, the Healer. I am the healer, coded by the red moon. My number is 9, the power of time, destiny, and the cycles of life. From within the living waters, I merge with the universal flow, purifying all within my sacred stream, and lifting the vibration in every nature kingdom. I am the harmony of wholeness, and the regeneration of life. I am fluid and flowing, at one with the phases of the moon. I am the queen of life-nurturing water. I am the rain and the streams as it flows, feeding the plants and the flowering herbs. In my sacred stream lies the kinship of all. I am crowned by the restorative splendor of leaves, roots, seeds, and flowers, the supremacy of divine mind. To know me and my endless powers of healing is to cast aside all doubt and enter the stream of the faithful ones. From 13moonpeacetime.com. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Before we bid you adieu, we'll discuss for a moment the powers of your cosmic consciousness and how to tap into those. And we do this through the power of meditation and prayer. And how do we do this? As we go deep within our breath, within our body, deeper and deeper within ourself. And we say in a prayer, I pray to be one with God, one with Source, one with Buddha, whatever name you want to give to Creator, it's irrelevant. But as we say, I pray to be alone with God, Creator, here now, in this now moment. And as we pray to be one with Creator, this is to experience our oneness with Source, Buddha mind, our intrinsic nature, our true self. It is with our intent to experience this oneness that we attract that experience to us or within us. For the only way to realize your enlightened state of being, your unborn mind of Buddha, is to go there directly. There is a Zen Buddhist koan, born alone, gone alone, come alone. You hear throughout all spiritual traditions and religions this oneness or aloneness or atonement, at one-ment, alone, encoded, all one. It is one mind. Source is one consciousness, manifest in the many, one I am presence. Namaste symbolizes the God within me experiences or witnesses the God within you. There is no separation. It is all equality, all unity consciousness. Such as upon Shakyamuni, the original Buddha of this timeline, upon his enlightenment, that he stated, in the heavens and upon the earth, I alone am the world honored one. I am the world, and the world is me. 144 coming in 444. For I am one with everything. I am that I am. All is symbolic and representative of our one true self. The I in the center, the eye in the middle, the center of the sacred hoop. And this should be a daily practice to experience, to witness, to be in the oneness. The only one true prayer is to be one with God, one with Source, cosmic consciousness, one with the cosmos, one with the source of all things we call the Great Mystery, or the Great Spirit. 444488 portal, Lion's Gate, Lyra nation of New Lemuria coming in. Have yourself a most beautiful and blessed awakening journey. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart and shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.